Welcome to The Explainer. We're jumping right in today because we are looking at a system that completely flips the script on one of the most complex challenges of our time. So I want you to picture a cinematic scene with me for a second. Imagine the bustling, chaotic streets of Hollywood. An unhoused individual connects with a system, and in just about 2 minutes, a full intake process is complete. But instead of that being the end of some bureaucratic dead end, the real journey is actually just beginning. Today, we're breaking down the WAO and Pathways Hollywood protocol. It's this fascinating structural shift that aims to take people from basic triage all the way to literal economic ownership.
Every step verified, every step counts. That really sets the whole atmosphere for what we're unpacking today. Think about how powerful that is. We are looking at a journey where everyday actions, things that usually go completely unseen or unrewarded, actually build a concrete pathway out of homelessness. To understand why this is so revolutionary, we really have to recognize what it's replacing. Traditional homelessness response is almost entirely triage without ownership, right? People are treated as recipients, services are done to them, and they're essentially just moved through a funnel. But Pathways Hollywood changes that paradigm immediately. It operates a live AI intake that matches an unhoused person with real, specific Hollywood resources in about 2 minutes. They aren't just put on a wait list, they're handed a customized 48-hour plan, and even a plain English script of what to say when they actually arrive at the service provider.
Chapter 1. The 2-minute front door.
Which brings us to Chapter 2, entering the stabilize phase. Okay, let's dive into this. Day 0 to day 30. So what happens after those first 48 hours? Well, this critical stabilize phase, also known as Tier 1, kicks in. Why exactly 30 days? Because historically, those first few weeks on a stabilization plan are by far the most fragile. The individual has their plan, they know where to go, but now they have to consistently execute. This window is all about building momentum, establishing a routine, and proving they're actively participating in their own recovery.
Now, executing the plan, checking into a shelter intake, attending an ID appointment, picking up mail, getting a health screening, and eating 3 meals at the center. Look, when we read these on a screen, they might seem like simple, everyday errands to you or me. But I want you to really think about the visceral, real-world obstacles involved here. Imagine trying to attend an ID appointment when you don't even have a secure place to sleep, or navigating a health screening while literally carrying everything you own. Even just consistently eating 3 meals at the center in Hollywood, these are massive, monumental actions for someone living on the streets. And the WAO system recognizes this. It doesn't treat these actions as just mere compliance, it treats them as highly valuable work.
Now, what's really interesting here is how that work is valued. Enter WAO Care. This is the primary currency our protagonist earns during those intense first 30 days. Notice that it's a non-transferable reputation credit. And a quick clarification, the word care here doesn't mean medical care. It actually means caring labor. It means taking care of yourself, putting in the effort, and showing up. Every time they clear one of those monumental hurdles, they earn this digital reputation, which, naturally leads to a huge question. How exactly does an action like eating a meal or picking up mail magically transform into an immutable digital reputation? You can't just run on the honor system, right? So, let's uncover the engine behind this.
Chapter 3, the dual verification engine.
This is the dual verification rule, and it is absolutely the backbone of the stabilize phase. For an action to actually earn WAO Care credits, at least 2 of these 3 distinct sources have to agree. You have Step 1, a human sign-off from a caseworker or staff. Step 2 is operational data, like an official shelter roster. And Step 3 is self-proof. Think a geotagged photo or scanning a QR code at the facility. Now, the absolute crucial rule here, self-proof alone is never enough. Even if you snap a great geotagged photo at a clinic, you still need that appointment log or a caseworker's digital signature to back it up. It's a dual-lock system, and it ensures complete integrity of the reputation being earned.
Small, specific, earned. That rigorous verification leads to what is honestly the signature moment of Tier 1. Imagine you're our protagonist. You made it to the ID appointment, you scan the QR code, the caseworker signed off, and boom, the dual verification clears. You look at your phone, and for the very first time, you see your own reputation number tick up. It's small, it's specific, and most importantly, it is definitively earned. It's tangible proof of effort that belongs entirely to you. But let's be real, recovery is rarely a straight line. Life happens, setbacks happen. So how does this system handle a bad day?
Chapter 4. The power of the pause.
This contrast is just incredibly profound. In legacy systems, compliance models are notoriously anxiety-inducing. If you miss a check-in, you could lose your bed. You're dealing with punitive streaks, clawbacks, or even public scoreboards that basically shame you. A single relapse can completely erase months of hard-earned goodwill. Now look at the WAO system. No streaks, no clawbacks, no scoreboards, zero. It operates on radical empathy. If a member misses an appointment or just has a terrible week, their progress simply pauses. The reputation they've already earned through verified work is absolutely never taken away.
So, the crucial point here is perfectly captured in this philosophy. Progress never resets. A missed day pauses you. It does not punish you. That fundamentally changes the psychology of stabilization. Instead of living in constant fear that one single mistake will send you all the way back to square one, the individual knows for a fact their earned reputation is safe. It creates an environment built on trust and cumulative effort, rather than this constant looming threat of punishment.
Which leads us to Chapter 5, the ownership horizon.
So, as those first 30 days wrap up and that stabilized reputation grows, what does it actually unlock? Where is this all heading? Well, check out these empowering stats that a user sees right on their own screen. Stabilized bed nights, steps completed this week, reputation earned, and the next unlock. These aren't just numbers buried in a caseworker's hidden file. They are fully transparent, visible markers of success. They act as this visual bridge, showing the individual exactly how their daily actions are building towards something much, much larger.
And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate goal of the entire protocol. Triage is the front door, but ownership is the back door. Eventually, all of that verified effort graduates members right into the Hollywood Unhoused Investment Club. This is a real California cooperative. The reputation they earned back in those first 30 days, combined with stable housing, literally turns them into voting co-owners. I mean, they hold equity in co-op housing. They participate in member microbusinesses. The system takes the economic activity that was previously just sort of happening around their recovery and puts them squarely in the driver's seat as true shareholders.
So, what does this all mean? It leaves us with this final, really provocative thought. Are we going to keep treating the unhoused as economic objects, just case numbers moved through a funnel where other people capture all the value? Or will we use verified trust, technology, and radical empathy to finally empower them to become economic subjects, literally owning the engine of their own recovery? It is a huge, profound shift in how we structure support, and I hope this explainer has given you a really clear view of exactly how it all works. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and thank you so much for joining me today.